What is up, guys? Welcome. Welcome to the Lcg Podcast once again. Happy Thursday. We're almost there. We're almost at Friday. I'm Charles Ricky, and this is Elio, Mr. Fiesta Piedra, and we are the Latin Consulting Group. And you know how we do each and every week, bringing you the podcast Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 o'clock. So this week is no different. But before we get started in today's topics, Elio, I heard you were bringing the Fiesta in Ocala yesterday.
Oh, man.
Tell us about that.
Bringing the Fiesta. But, I am laughing, Charlie, because what I was about to start talking in Spanish. My bad.
I love it.
It's an instant, we do the morning coffee here and there and all that. And yes, hey, yesterday I was bringing the Fiesta to my Meldon Law family down there in Ocala, the brand new office, grand opening. Everybody was there. The mayor of Ocala, Ocala Chamber of Commerce, what is the country station? Oh my God, we had two radio stations yesterday.
Nice.
Even Kiss 105 was there. KTK, of course.
Yep.
Everybody. I mean, ESPN, you name it. I was so happy to see so many people gathering and supporting this wonderful event. Shout out to Meldon Law.
Yeah, Jeffrey does some really good things in this community. And, last week we were talking about blended media. No one does more blended media than Jeffrey Meldon.
Woo.
And we're a fan of his over at Odyssey. He does some really good things, including having his own show on the Sky. So that's awesome. You were bringing it. I saw pictures. I saw the ribbon cutting. My buddy Joe Herschel was out there representing, speaking of KTK. Shout out to Joe Herschel. What's up, Joe?
Yes.
So that's awesome, man. Cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Always bringing the energy. Dude, don't get burnt out, bro. You're everywhere. It doesn't stop with the Fiesta.
The Fiesta doesn't stop because, we got to be in the Fiesta everywhere. That's what we do.
I love it. Speaking of what we do, what do we got going on today?
Well, remember last Tuesday, so 2 days ago, we were talking about geotargeting, geofencing, as we said. Now it is geotargeting, but normally we call it geofencing, and I know that's how Charlie loves it. So we're going to talk about geofencing. But Charlie, our audience is asking, what is geofencing? What is actually geofencing, and how can they use it? But you cannot use something that you don't know what it is.
Man, I love today's topic. I love today's topic because if you know me, you advertise with me, or you just talk marketing with me, you know that this is pretty much one of my favorite tactics. And you know that on the Lcg Podcast, Elio does podcasts, he does events, he works for Fiesta Media. I work for Odyssey, giant, large media monster of a company. We kick major butt. So we like to take an unbiased approach to it and really kind of bring in all types of media, right? Print, billboards. We like to talk about it all. But today I get to boast a little bit because Odyssey has two of the things we're going to be talking about. And, I get to flex my muscles because I work for an awesome company. But geofencing. I love geofencing because as I explain this to people, they don't know what it is. And then when they finally kind of understand it, Elio, they don't think it's true. They think they think I'm lying to them. They're like, "No, Charles, that is not true. I don't believe it." Or they might have gotten like a hint of it or something, but they're like, I don't know. Is that like Big Brother? It's like Stalker 101. Like,
so people think that it's unreal. That's what they.
Yeah, they just don't realize that. Some people understand technology, and some people don't really understand technology. So when you explain this, it's kind of terrifying to them. I'm not gonna lie. They kind of look at me weird and they don't really understand how it works. And then I got to really get granular. So we're going to get granular here to explain you guys how geofencing works, which, guys, at the end of the day, geofencing is a display campaign. All right. It's a display campaign. There's many forms of display campaigns. We're going to get into another cool, unique form that I'm really excited about that I just found out recently. But geofencing. All right. Layman's terms. Here we go. Imagine putting a dome, right, around. Remember how we were talking about target audience last week, right? And finding your target audience. Well, once you know your target audience and you know where they're hanging out physically, imagine putting a dome around everywhere where your target audience is hanging out, right? And you're like, what do you mean where they're hanging out? Well, think about it. If you're a beer company, right? This is an easy one, right? I love Budweiser. Shout out to Budweiser. You're going to target every bar. So let's use that example. Every bar, every nightclub, every sporting event, anywhere where you can get your hands on a beer, I'm going to put a dome around that place of business, and I'm going to target everyone in that business with that company's banner ad. So here's what that means. Everyone has a cell phone or a tablet. 99.9% of people walk around with their cell phone. Guess what? One of your location services is on in your cell phone. So people are dropping cookies all day without you knowing into that cell phone, right? So if you walk into this fence that my client is geofencing, we're going to drop a cookie into your phone. Here's what happens. You don't have to be on the phone at the moment. Just one of your location services has to be on, right? Elio, you go home, you're hanging out, you have dinner, all of a sudden you're on your tablet and you're surfing the web, or you're on your phone and you're surfing, and then what happens? That banner ad for that beer company pops up into your phone.
Let me ask you something, because you said you cookie. Some people, they don't even know what cookie are.
Oh my God, yep. So cookies are this magical fairy dust that they drop everywhere into all over the place. And no, honestly, guys,
all over the place.
Yeah. No, people have the ability to drop cookies into your phone. All companies are doing it. So when you walk into these fences, it triggers that, and they drop a cookie into your phone. So when you go home, it hits that Wi-Fi. So now that banner ad is trying to serve you and get you to go to their website for 30 days. So now you know, guys, when you go onto a website, right, whatever website that may be, you might be on, I don't know, CNN.com, you might be on Wall Street, you might be on FanDuel, whatever. There's always display banner ads that rotate. And there's different sizes. There's 6 or 7 sizes. There's the long one on top. There's the, vertical one on the side of the page. There's the square ones in the middle of pages. There's ones that appear on blogs. There's all forms of display ads, right? So once they drop the cookie into your phone, Elio, now you're home, they're trying to serve you that ad. So you might see it. That is one impression. A week later, maybe you're like, oh, you know what? That kind of interests me. You click on the ad. It takes them to that client's website, in this case, that beer company, and they're surfing around. Here's the part that I love about the geofencing, all right? Let's use, instead of a beer company, let's switch that a little bit to a brewery, right? Let's say the brewery was doing this targeting. When that person, Elliot, with that cell phone walks into that brewery, someone like myself can track that. So if we're Swamphead, shout out to Swamphead. If you're First Magnitude, shout out to First Mag. I love beer. And we are targeting every bottle shop or beer venue or anywhere where you can get a beer, right? And I'm going to put a banner ad that says, show up on this day, click here for a free glass and a free beer. And they click on it, right? And then they go that day and they convert. And they're there to get that free beer. Someone like myself can track that. So then I meet with the marketing manager of the brewery and I'm like, hey, how'd the event go? Oh, the event was great. We had a bunch of people. Awesome. Well, we brought 75 people to your place of business. And remember going back to all the fences all over the place, Elio?
Yeah.
I can tell them, by the way, 10 of them came from this place. 5 of them came from this place. 6 of them came from this, this bar right here. I can literally break it down to where they came from. So, we always talk about ROI and measuring and analytics. I love geofencing because it is the one of the most trackable things that you can do. If we do an event and we track places and no one came to your event, I'm going to have to go to that client and say, hey, we had 0 conversions. They're going to be like, yeah, I know, no one showed up. At least they know that the marketing's working. You know what I mean? I sell radio, people that sell television, traditional media. It's about frequency, Elio. It's really putting it out there for top of mind awareness. Geofencing allows you to track that conversion. That was a long explanation, but I really wanted to get deep. So
no, that is awesome. But some people may be wondering as well, is this something that you only do with technology, or you can physically see how it looks like? So
I want to give you guys some examples and shout out to some clients out there. Wards, shout out to Wards. I love Danielle and all her staff at Wards. It's a fantastic grocery store. Everyone knows Wards in Gainesville, right? So where is Wards doing this technology? Well, think about it. If you go to a farmer's market, if you go to another grocery store, Lucky's is closed, but I'll use them because they're closed. That's a similar example. If you're going to Lucky's, I want you to leave Lucky's and go to Wards. I want to pull that customer from there. So what am I doing? I'm putting a fence where all of Ward's potential customers could be.
Wow.
So that I can target them with perhaps a new ad for the holidays. Come get your local turkey, or come get your local produce, or we have the best beer selection in town. And when that person, Elio, comes into Wards to get that or to do whatever we ask them to do, I can see that. So then I'm here with Danielle. I'm like, Danielle, how'd your month go? Oh, it was great, man. The campaign, I think it worked good, but I'm not sure. We sit down. I'm like, well, we had 125 people that came to your place of business. By the way, Elio, I don't know what they bought. I don't know if they came to redeem what I was saying or what we advertised, or I don't know if they went and bought a $300 grocery. I just know that that person walked into that place of business. So it gives the manager, the owner, the CEO a better idea that that marketing budget is working.
That is awesome. Hey, by the way, we have Evelyn connected. Lori also.
Lori!
Yes. Hey, make sure you are liking. Leave a comment below. Leave your questions. If you own a business, or you know any business owner that I'm sure you should know somebody. Hey, like it and share it. Make sure you are sharing this to their profile.
Yep.
We're keep going up on viewers right now. Leave your comment below. This is like super hard time steals for businesses, especially. Let me tell you this. So, Charlie, right now, people are getting, they're stressing out because they don't want to go back to work. So if you know anybody that is looking for jobs or is looking for new opportunities, new careers and all of that, I was wondering, Charlie, can this geofencing technique that I understand it is crucial to have it as part of your strategy, can these businesses that they are looking for staff, can they take advantage of this?
Well, that's a fantastic point. I love that because it's all about target audience and knowing where your people are. So, we love to give shout outs here on the podcast. Shout out to Express Employment, Jason and Stephen Carr.
Yes.
Those guys are awesome. They are great. Express Employment. Speaking of staffing and getting people where they need to get to. So let's say they know that people are going into the career center, right? They're going into other staffing places. Stephen Carr and Jason, they can put these geofences around those other staffing agencies, around these other businesses where people are going to look for careers, look for jobs, and they can serve the ad that says, click here. You need a job? Click here. Imagine someone walking into the Career North Center right there on 6th Street, right? And they go in and they're unsuccessful for whatever reason, and they're still looking around, and they get this banner ad in their phone that says, you need a job? Call Stephen and Jason at Express Employment. Express Pros, click here. Boom. They click on it, right? It takes them to that page. They call Jason and Stephen. They get a meeting. They walk in. When that person, Elio, goes to that office, we set Stephen and Jason's office as a conversion zone. So it's attribution to the marketing that we're doing. I love the geofencing, guys, because you can buy any amount of impressions you want. You can buy $1,000 a month, which is 100,000 impressions, or you can buy 1 million impressions and use them to whatever advantage you want. I'll give one more example on geofencing. If you're Coca-Cola, Budweiser, one of these major brands, and I say major because your target audience could be anyone. Imagine geofencing Ben Hill Griffin Stadium on a Saturday when there's 90,000 people in there.
Wow. You're
going to get your impression served. Now, mind you, that might be a wasted ROI because of the diversity in people in that stadium. But if you're one of these big brands that I said, it doesn't matter. You want to target everyone. So,
well, now that's a great point, Charlie. Now that you are telling me that it might be a waste of time or money or both because maybe your demographic or audience is not inside of the stadium, how can you make sure you reach your demographic? Can you actually make sure that geofencing is being used just for your target audience? Can you do that, or it has to be broad?
Well, here's the beauty about it. You can make that fence, guys, that dome, as tight as you want. So think about this. If you said, Charles, I want to geofence every flower shop in North Central Florida. First of all, it's a lot of work on me because I'm going to be Googling a ton of stuff. But once we develop that list, we can literally put a dome or within 100 feet accuracy around each flower shop. So if you're a business that needs to talk to flower shops, or the people going into flower shops are your target audience, that is a perfect campaign, because then they're going to go home. They're probably surfing the web because they're plant people, whatever. And then boom, your banner ad comes up, right? And because it's your target audience, they're more likely to click on the ad. It's a less wasted impression. Like Elio said, we're trying to waste less money for you guys. You know what I mean? So I love geofencing. It is really cool. And, at Odyssey, we sell that. I love Odyssey. I love the company I work for. Again, we talk about multiple strategies on the show, but in this case today, Odyssey is getting highlighted a little bit. Obviously, a little biased there.
Well, right now we are actually, this is leading me into my next question, which is, can I use Amazon to my advantage? But we're going to talk about this after the bumper. And we're back, guys. Woo. We are back with these awesome topics today. Hey, leave your comment below, your questions. Do you want to know more about geofencing? Because we have the master right here, Charlie, that's going to explain every single thing to you. Now, Charlie, can I use Amazon.com to my advantage, to my business advantage?
All right. I am really excited about this because not many people have this, not many people at all. So, I'm flexing some muscle with Odyssey today. Again, I am proud of the company that I work for. And on the Lcg Podcast, we're trying to bring you multiple techniques. We talked SEM, SEO, branding versus call to action. I mean, we've really talked about logos, vectorizing. We've done a lot of stuff. Today happens to be on display. First one is geofencing. This is another form of display. So can I use Amazon? Yes, Elio, you can use Amazon to your advantage. And let me give you a little stat here real quick. So 50% of online retail, 50 is done on Amazon. 5% of total retail in the US, 5% is Amazon. That is insane. So you'd be like, wait a minute, I want to target, I want to access, how can I access those people? Well, my friends, now you can. So we have access to Amazon's first party data, right? So Amazon, obviously being the large mogul that it is, has a ton of awesome data. And what's cool about it, it's highly targeted because of people's shopping efforts and their behaviors on that platform. So we have access, Elio, to that first party data. And now display campaigns. We talked about walking into a fence, getting a cookie, and then going home, and then through different websites getting served that display campaign, right? All right. Well, now we are going to target people on Amazon through that behavior and serve them your banner ad based on their behavior. So I'm going to give you a wide, crazy example right here. Let's say you have a really cool accessory for kayaks, right? I just came up with that right now. You have a cool accessory for kayaks that you want to target anyone that has a kayak, perhaps a small vessel, a small boat, right? And if you're going on Amazon, Amazon's a great place to get a lot of these things affordable. And so you don't have to, go and put it in your car. And I don't have to explain Amazon. I don't have to sell you guys on that. So now everyone that shops on Amazon, Elio, the millions of people that buy kayaks or things that what I said, we can now target them and serve them a display campaign for your product. Do you see how highly targeted that is?
No, that's crazy. That's why every time you open the phone, they already know what you are looking for. Is it crazy?
Today's kind of like a big brother, right? Eye in the sky. I call it stalking 101, but when it's working to your advantage, it is a good thing. So again, guys, on Amazon, we can use that first party data basically. And by the way, you don't have to sell on Amazon. So you're like, oh, Charles, I don't have my product. I don't sell on Amazon. That's not what we're doing here. I'm trying to target the people on Amazon for whatever it is that you're doing. If you're a gamer, right? If you're a gamer and you want to target microphones or headsets or accessories, right? Because everyone's doing podcasts now, and a lot of people are buying a lot of these products and lights and things to do production. And you want to target that audience, anyone that's shopped on Amazon for that particular product or showing that behavior on that platform, now we can serve them an ad. It's crazy. And then they click on the ad, then it takes them to your website. Do you realize how powerful that is?
That's amazing.
It's amazing, guys. And let me tell you something. It's not inexpensive, by no means. However, if you are the right company, if you're the right e-commerce company, you can use this platform to help you on different levels of remember how we talk about marketing plan and putting your advertising to use so that it's not wasted? You have to have a plan. In that plan, then you know how to use that. So this particular technique you can use in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the funnel. If you need them to activate, they can activate. If you need just branding, you can brand your product to the people shopping for similar things on Amazon. So it's crazy, Elio, because again, I try to explain this and I try to explain geofencing, and people don't realize that when they go onto a site, everything that's served to you guys is all your actions throughout the day, what you said, what you inputted into certain browsers, all that is so that they can serve you the best advertising possible. And that's how basically cookies work. So Amazon, you can use it.
Love it.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, this is good because actually what this is doing is placing your product, your brand on top of other people's businesses or on top of other people. And basically that's all what we need. And talking about that, because we're getting close to the end of the show today, I know it is crazy how time flies. we're getting close to
but
the tip of the day.
But Elio, let's explain that really quick. We want to keep it tight, right? We want to keep it within 30 minutes. We understand that people are busy, and some people listen to podcasts for hours, but we want to be efficient.
Yeah.
We want to be 30 minutes, get in, get out. If you know someone that could use this technology, share it. Forward, like it.
Yes.
We're coming every Tuesday and Thursday bringing the heat. So, and we're going to have a bunch of guests on. I'm going to shut up now. Marketing tip of the day, right? That's what we're going to?
Yes, marketing tip of the day. And before we go to the marketing tip of the day, because we have another bumper for that. Hey, remember, we are on Apple Podcasts, Amazon.com, Google Podcasts, all of your favorite audio platforms. Evelio Piedra said, un saludo al programa, un saludo.
What's up? And by the way, oh man, before we get into it, we can go on and on. Evelyn and Ricky came on, shout out. That is my mom. Shout out to Evelyn and Ricky. We love you. And shout out to one of our sponsors, Remax Professionals, for helping my beautiful mother find her dream home. Because let me tell you, in this day and age, guys, it is not easy to find a home at all. Gary, Jeremy, and his team are awesome. And I want to remind you guys, if you're watching this and you know someone that needs a house, anywhere from Gainesville to Lake City and everything in between, they have the agents for you, or they'll help you themselves. Gary and Jeremy are fantastic. So we love Gary and Jeremy at Remax Professionals. Remax, get her done. All right, let's go.
Awesome. Well, guys, it is time for the marketing tip of the day. All right, what is the marketing tip of the day, guys? What is it? Well, we've been talking about it, but now in a different way. Stay in the face of your audience, but not only with geofencing, not only with some branding and blended media campaigns. Remember, we are getting back to normal. So you need to go back to networking events, not only via Zoom, but in person. Go to support some ribbon cuttings that they might be happening around your area. If you're not part of Chamber of Commerce, become part of Chamber of Commerce. BNI is another great tool that you can use. You need to stay in the face of your audience. They need to know that first of all, they need to know you, like you, and trust you. So this is the power of marketing, our marketing tip.
Yeah, I love this. I love this marketing tip of the day. And here's why it's a marketing tip, guys. If you're not planning with you as an owner of a company, or with your marketing team or your director or whoever is helping you, if you're not planning events, outdoor things, you need to get it on your radar. Because people are starting to get out again. As soon as that stadium opens and I think school gets back in order, there's going to be a lot of hustle and bustle, people moving around, and you need to have a plan. I'm not saying don't be safe. We're all safe, right? If you need to have masks or stations or sanitizing or whatever you need to do it. Just have a plan to start getting back in the face of your audience, because your audience is going to start looking for you and they're going to want to start seeing you. And whether that's buying a a tailgate football sponsorship with one of your media companies, and preparing for that, or if it's just setting, just stay in the face of your audience and get ready for outdoor events, guys, because they're coming.
Yep.
Right. The more and more we see them a lot. We know people are getting out there, and you just need to have a plan. This is part of us telling you having that marketing plan. Once you have that whole plan, then you're just interjecting little things like this. But if you don't have a plan from the get-go, right, this is going to overwhelm you, and you're going to be all over the place. So
so make sure you are executing this, okay? Planning, but executing this. And I just want you to remember this, because people sometimes they say, well, because this is too much, you are overwhelming your target audience. No, you are not. It's never too much.
Let's remind them about our what's our tagline, baby? What's our tagline?
Hey, marketing, lifestyle marketing.
That's right. LCG lifestyle marketing. That is our tagline, guys, because it does not end. I mean, the owners of businesses know it never ends, and they bleed, their company. But if you're even an employee, guys, and you really want to represent your company well, or if you're a marketing director, it's lifestyle marketing. It doesn't stop. You have to keep going 100% all the time. So
yes. And before we finish, also, happy Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Charlie, happy Father's Day, brother. I know you're a father.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I am pumped up. I have four beautiful daughters, and I'm excited to hang out with them this weekend, do some fun stuff. We're going to do some boating. We're going to get out. I'll make sure to post some pictures.
Yes.
So I'm pumped up.
Let's do this. But you take some pictures. I'm gonna take some pictures.
We'll share
with my daughters. What I'm gonna do on Father's Day, and with my dad, my hero, mi héroe. And then we're gonna talk on Tuesday. We're gonna spend a few minutes talking about what we did on Father's Day, and how we combine that with marketing. Right?
Yep, that's right.
You took a picture to promote. You took the time to promote maybe your product.
Listen,
advantage of Father's Day.
That's lifestyle marketing. It's always marketing. If you're taking advantage of holidays, events, seasonal things like that, you are really taking advantage. And that's what we're trying to talk about, guys. Frequency. Just hit it hard. Don't stop. Have a blended media campaign and have a plan. And then that way you're wasting money. That's what we're trying to do here. Just waste less. Have a better ROI.
And stay in the face of your audience. Guys, right. Charlie, this has been amazing, brother.
Love it. Great episode.
Awesome. Well, we're going to see you guys every Tuesday and Thursday. Well, today Thursday. I guess we're going to wait until Tuesday.
Yep.
And then, once again, happy Father's Day. Remember to tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay?
That's right.
All right. So, Charlie.
We're out, baby. LCG Podcast.
Yes, we're going to see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in, and we really, really appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace.